Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any upcoming videos. Now let's get started. Hey cousins, did you know that one woman's secret kitchen helped fuel the entire Montgomery bus boycott? And no, I'm not talking about just cooking up good food. I'm talking about cooking up a revolution. Let's get into this incredible story of Georgia Gilmore, the woman who fed the movement and kept the buses empty. Let's go, cousins. Georgia Teresa Gilmore was born February 5th, 1920, in Montgomery, Alabama. She grew up in the Deep South, where segregation wasn't just a thing, it was law. Her mother worked as a domestic worker, and from a young age, Georgia learned the value of hard work and resilience. She attended Montgomery Industrial School for Girls, a private institution founded by Northern white missionaries that focused on educating Black girls. The school was encouraged self-sufficiency and discipline, qualities that Georgia carried throughout her life. From an early age, she developed a love for cooking, learning traditional Southern recipes passed down through generations. She eventually turned this passion into a career, working in restaurants and later running her own home-based business. She was known for her bold personality and sharp wit. Georgia didn't just cook, she spoke her mind, especially about racial injustice, which sometimes got her into a lot of trouble, but also made her a force to be reckoned with. Now, Georgia wasn't just an activist. She was a mother, a provider, and a fierce protector of her children. She was married, but records on her husband are scarce. What we do know is that she worked hard to support her family, making a name for herself as one of the best cooks in Montgomery. She raised at least 6 children and made sure they understood the importance of standing up for what is right. Her home was always full of love, laughter, and of course, the smell of delicious home-cooked meals. She was known for her generosity, often feeding neighbors and friends who were struggling financially. My algorithm is telling me that you're watching, but you're not subscribing. Quit treating me like the cousin you don't like. Subscribe and share. All right, y'all, let's talk about the Montgomery Bus Boycott. We all know about Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat on December 1st, 1955. But what about the folks behind the scenes? You know, the people whose names we don't know that well? Well, let's enter in Georgia Gilmore. Georgia was a cook at the National Lunch Company, but after speaking out against racism on buses, she lost her job. Instead of backing down, she turned her kitchen into a powerhouse for change. She started a secret fundraising group called come in close, cousins, the Club from Nowhere. Why the name? Because if the city or police ever caught wind of it, they wouldn't know where the money was coming from. Genius, right? Georgia and her crew of Black women cooked up everything from fried chicken to sweet potato pies, selling them to raise money for gas, car repairs, and anything else the boycotted needed. She also cooked in her own home, which became a hub for civil rights leaders, including Martin Luther King Jr. and Ralph Abernathy, and others. In fact, Dr. King was a frequent guest at her home, where he enjoyed her famous fried chicken and pork chops while strategizing with other activists. Her kitchen wasn't just a place for food, it was a war room for justice. Dr. King saw Georgia's potential and personally gave her seed money to start her own business after she lost her restaurant job. But Georgia didn't just keep the money for herself. She used it to keep the club from nowhere running, funneling profits right back into the movement. Thanks to her efforts, the boycott lasted over a year, crippling the bus system and leading to major victories for civil rights. Georgia wasn't just about raising money. She encouraged other Black women to take control of their economic power, showing them that their skills in the kitchen could fuel change in their community. Of course, being a Black woman in the South, Georgia faced plenty of discrimination. Losing her job was just the beginning. She was constantly under surveillance by the police, who suspected her of aiding the movement. She also faced threats from white supremacists who wanted to silence her efforts. But despite the risk, she never stopped cooking, she never stopped giving, and she never stopped fighting. She even testified in court during the bus boycott trials, detailing the mistreatment of Black passengers faced on the Montgomery's buses. Her testimony was instrumental in proving that segregation in public transportation was unjust and needed to end. She was also arrested multiple times for her activism, but she never let fear stop her. She was known to say, "They can arrest me, but they can't stop me from cooking." I know that's right, Georgia. Georgia Gilmore didn't just feed the movement, she nourished it. She continued to cook for civil rights leaders after the bus boycott ended. She eventually opened her own home-based restaurant, serving anyone who needed a meal, whether they had money or not. Her kitchen became a place of refuge for those who continued fighting for civil rights. She passed away March 3rd, 1990, in Montgomery, Alabama. Fittingly, she was cooking for civil rights gathering on the day she died. Her legacy, a reminder that the movement was not just about speeches and marches. It was about everyday people using their gifts to make a difference. And Georgia's gift, her food, her leadership, and her heart. In 2019, Montgomery honored her legacy with a mural downtown depicting her strength and dedication to the cause. Her home has also been recognized as a historical landmark in the fight for civil rights. Georgia's influence was further recognized in the Netflix documentary High on the Hog, which celebrates African American food, history, and culture. Her role in the civil rights movement and her culinary contributions were highlighted, bringing her story to a new generation. While she may not have received major civil rights awards that some of her counterparts did, her impact has been widely recognized in historical retrospectives and cultural discussions about unsung heroes. Her work was honored posthumously in various Black historic exhibits and cultural history showcase. In Georgia, if we could say to you now, we'd say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your courage. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for feeding a movement both literally and figuratively. Your hands shaped history. Your food gave people strength, and your spirit continues to inspire us. You showed us that even in the face of adversity, we can all find a way to contribute to change. We honor you, We remember you, and we are so grateful for you. Thank you, Georgia Gilmore. Cousins, let this be a lesson. We all have something to contribute to the fight for justice. Whether it's our voice, our skills, or even our cooking, we can all make a difference. Right now, we have a lot to face coming ahead, but we've been here before. My ancestors, my grandmother, they marched for our freedom. My grandmother said to me, I'm going to try not to get too choked up. She said, they trying to roll back all our hard work. I feel like I did all this for nothing. We fought so you could have a better future, and they're trying to take that away. And I told her, sorry y'all. I told her, no, Grandma. Your blood is in me. We lean back on the history. That's why it's important. We draw strength from our ancestors. That's why we honor them. So we fight like she did. We fight like they did. And we fight in modern day technology. Hey, cousins. Don't forget, Friday, February 28th, 2025, we're doing a complete blackout. That means no shopping whatsoever, no spending money whatsoever. So whatever you need to get, your gas, your groceries, food, please buy it on the 27th, not the 28th. We're going to show them why our black dollar matters. Bye, cousins. My algorithm is telling me that you're watching, but you're not subscribing. Quit treating me like the cousin you don't like. Subscribe and share. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any upcoming videos. Bye, cousins.